brings me back to people talking about COVID-19. The fact that COVID-19 happened years back, a lot of people still said it's also affected Nigeria economy. Is there any recovery strategies that are being put in place to actually help us back on our feet, sir?
Well, COVID-19 was not a Nigerian problem.
Yes.
It did not originate in Nigeria. And its worst incidence was not in Nigeria.
Yeah, you're right, sir.
So let Nigeria not use COVID-19 as an excuse.
As an excuse.
COVID-19 originated from a lab in China.
Yeah.
The incidence of COVID-19 was far more devastating on China,
Than in
far more
Nigeria.
devastating on India, on Brazil, on US, on Europe than Nigeria. We didn't lose more than 1,000 plus people. They lost millions of people. They are not using COVID-19. This is 2024. COVID-19 was 2020, 2021. They are growing very fast right now. The world is using China and India as examples of, the correct, economic indicators, in spite of more severe incidences of COVID-19. It's not holding the economy back. COVID-19 was a temporary problem. It came, it was severe while it lasted. Not severe in Nigeria because of the incidence of the disease. We had mild exposure to the COVID-19 in Nigeria, but it was severe in terms of the lockdown. Anywhere in the world, regardless of whether you had few or many incidences, you have total lockdown. So, but it was a global lockdown. Let no country use it as an excuse. Please erase that from your memory. COVID-19 has come. It has gone. And it has gone since 2021. This is 2024, for crying out loud. So everybody is saying that we are suffering the effect of COVID-19. Come and show me the effect. Where is that effect of COVID-19? You can't go out. You have to stay at home. You have to social distance, or what? Or people are being hospitalized, or people are being put in intensive care. I think it was a severe problem, but it was a temporary problem.
Temporary problem.
It didn't have any permanent consequence. Let's move on. It's come, it's gone.
Thank you very much for that, sir. I believe our listeners can all hear you, and every person who will be watching this video later on, that COVID-19 is a story of the past. It didn't have any permanent impact. It was just temporary, and it has no impact on our current economy, as we are all living our lives very well and fine now. And I'll go deeply back into the economic state of Nigeria. What advice do you have for Nigerians to do cultural and social factors, to use their cultural and social factors to influence the economic decisions in Nigeria? Because as much as we say powers are in the hand of the government, we believe the Nigerians also have their own role and they have their own parts to play. So what do you have for Nigerians to do to influence the economic decision making in Nigeria currently?
Well, Nigerians and the Nigerian government need to understand certain fundamental changes in the global scheme of things. It fits into every culture. There's no, it's
Cultural difference.
yeah. China and India that I mentioned in respect of COVID
Yes, sir.
are the best challengers to the old industrial powers in things that we learned from the industrial powers. Whether it's manufacturing, industrialization, exports, getting, market economies to grow. China has outdone every of the old industrial powers, except the United States now. China is second to the US in terms of size of GDP. China has an export that is larger than that of any other country in the world, including US. India is following closely. Soon, India will become the third largest economy in
Mm.
the world
Wow.
after US and India, after US and China.
Yes.
It
In
has
China.
overtaken all else except Japan and Germany. And give India 2, 3 years, it would have overtaken Japan and Germany. It has overtaken UK, that used to be its colonial master. There is nothing cultural about it. The Indian culture and Chinese culture are different.
Different.
Indian ideology and Chinese ideology are different. Brazil is coming very closely. Its own ideology is different. So you can assimilate modern economic growth ideas regardless of your culture, regardless of your religion. And namely, is that we're currently at the age in which technological innovations
Mm.
are happening at an intensive rate
Yes.
that it is challenging what we used to know about production, about growth, about manufacturing, about exports. That many of
Mhm.
the products that we held dear to heart are disappearing. They are being replaced by intangible alternatives through digitalization or through biotechnology or through ecological technology that is making renewables to replace non-renewables. So it means that world exports is slowing down, world manufacturing is slowing down, world industrialization is slowing down. And in their place, world servitization is growing. Services is more than half of world GDP now, and it can only grow larger. As the things you buy and sell on the internet are not tangible, they're services. Nigeria should wake up to that reality. What sells now are the assets that you own, not the things you produce with that asset. What
Mm.
sells now are the skills that you have, knowledge that you have. What sells now are the places that you own. For example, your real estate. So you are talking about culture, your tourist destinations.
Yes, sir.
In other parts of the world, um, tourists visit that they attract, and they're more foreign exchange than manufacturing, than industry that is declining. In Dubai, for example, has the largest,
Yes.
airport number of airport travelers passing through Dubai. Small desert economy. So what does Nigeria have to offer the world in terms of what it owns, not what it produces for them? That
Mm.
people who want to produce or want to consume will feel obliged to be in Nigeria before they can produce or enjoy leisure, which is what UAE, Saudi, and the rest of them are doing, which Nigeria can join. In a nutshell, it's a time that the government of Nigeria needs to maximize what we get from the real estate that the government owns, maximize what we get from the infrastructure that the government owns.
Mm.
And you, as individuals, should maximize what you get from the knowledge and the skills that you own. Because you can sit here in Nigeria and sell your skills remotely to people in the far corners of the universe through the internet. In a nutshell,
Mm.
let me just put it like that. We can interrogate it further.
Thank you very